In the tradition of Tim Pierce and Murray Stevens, Keith Schertle has been an Ignatian educator here for 20 years. I can't say enough about the numbers. I'm going to give you a few numbers. 60 high school All-Americans, 5 water polo titles, and 19 out of 20 MIAA swimming titles. Keith, what happened there? Something going on. 19 out of 20? Yeah, must have been the... Anyway, it's my pleasure to introduce a colleague here at Blakefield and a man who does bleed blue and gold, Mr. Keith Schertle.
Okay, if you follow my daughter on Facebook, she's right. I want to make a couple comments before I read my speech. First, I'd like to recognize some of the more mature swimmers here, from Mr. John Patchkey to Mr. Kevin Murphy to definitely Mr. Raymond Brown, and to a very fine Calvert Hall person, Mr. Jimmy Ball. Persistence is a big, fancy word for never giving up. Determination is just another way of saying no, ifs, ands, or buts. Courage is about having the guts to do what needs to be done. My first year or so here was a little tenuous, and Mr. Don Holting, thank you, gave me that this evening, and it kind of reminded me of my beginning here. All right. Also, I want to thank some of the people that came a little extra far. My parents who came back from Florida this evening, Miss Maureen Mercier, who drove from Ohio, Mr. Christopher Schubert, who came down from New York, our current coaching staff, and my Matt's young swimmers back there in the back row, so thank you. All right. Finishing St. Ursula in 1978, where only one of my classmates came to Loyola, and then graduating from Calvert Hall in 1982, was fantastic. I would never have thought I'd be standing here tonight thanking people for being elected into the Loyola Blakefield Hall of Fame. First, I want to thank Mr. Mike Creaney. Mike and I go way back, and I kind of feel he was pretty instrumental in my selection for this honor. I also want to thank the coaches I worked with as a younger coach, as I was at one point, both the good and the bad, and we all have both, that I learned. First, Mr. Arthur Redtuck, who was my original mentor from Calvert Hall, who was incredible. One of the big reasons why Jimmy Ball went to Calvert Hall. Then Mr. Murray Stevens, here at Loyola Blakefield. And then finally, a good friend of mine, Mr. Tim Pierce. The coach doesn't get to where he or she is without an extremely supportive family, and I cannot imagine a family more supportive than mine. My wife has been with me the entire way, even through my few accidents and operations. Both my son Brad and my daughter Bridget have competed for me as the coach, and have both coached with me, and to this day my daughter coaches here with the club team that we have here at Loyola now. My daughter-in-law Laura and my son-in-law Tommy both swam. Andrew played water polo for me, and my son-in-law currently helps out with our water polo program with our new head coach, Matt McDonough. And my grandson, kid here in the sport coat, swims for the club team here. I have to continue a little bit more with my wife. Oh, it's good stuff. Jamie has not only helped out during my accidents, she's helped run the swimming championships here for over 20 years. She's run the computer down on the pool deck. She's been a driver on many not politically correct overnight trips. She's designed and run our senior day presentations for years. She's put up with me not being around, maybe a good thing. She's been every part of my coaching as I have been. Swimmers, water polo players, and their families. That's all of you, in case you didn't know. Well, I'm not sure where to start here. If not for the parents of the young men, and honestly also the young women, for whom I've had the privilege to work with, I would not be up here. If not for the athletes themselves, I would not be up here. They all, the parents and the athletes, deserve the credit, not me. I've always said my job is to steer the ship, and that's it. I never won or lost a water polo game. I never won or lost a race, and I never won or lost a meet for Loyola. The championships, and as John mentioned, there were many, in both sports are due to the school, to the parents, and to the fine young men and young women and people I've had the honor to work with over my years. I'm thankful for the opportunity I was given by Dr. Advancic and by Father McAndrews. I feel between the success of the program in wins, losses, and championships, the success of the young men and women in and out of the pool, and the success we, and this is a very big we, have done in raising funds for Loyola Blakefield. We've raised over $120,000 in the 100-mile swim, or over $100,000 in the Schertle Family Scholarship, and we started a new Tim Pierce Merit Swimming Scholarship, and to date, we're over $68,000 for that I and my family and all of those associated with us have left a very positive mark here at Loyola Blakefield. Thank you.